We're live.
We're good. We're live. Live,
We
live.
are live, as far as I can tell.
Do you want to post the link in the Discord chat, and then I'll get started?
I will
Okay.
as soon as I figure out where to get. Oh, here it is.
All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 22 of Cross Circle, the official podcast for PlayStation Source. I'm your moderator, Christian Buckley, joined as always, first time in live action, Mr. Kevin Diaz.
Indeed. What is going on, guys? We are just testing this out this week. We're just gonna try it and see how it rolls through, and hopefully it works out. Hopefully everything's cool. But we figured that at least doing like a live show, maybe once a week. I mean, once a month, or every episode potentially, maybe perhaps. Just figured it'd be a nice way to kind of just add a little something to the Cross Circle series of podcasts. So we figured why not start it on a good and topic-filled week we have today, of course, with,
Yeah, we have a lot of announcements and news.
Yeah.
This is probably the last week for news and announcements we're going to be getting this year. We had one major event and one like cool event over the past weekend. Indeed. We had the Game Awards, which gave us several new game announcements, new looks at games, and the Kind of Funny Games Showcase, which showed off loads of cool new indie games with a few bigger surprises. So we're going to start off going over, I'd say, the two biggest announcements from the Kind of Funny Showcase. And we each have an indie that we were impressed by that we want to shout out before we go into the big, meaty potato dinner that is the Game Awards.
So big, meaty potato dinner. I'm about it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
So first up on my list for the Kind of Funny Games Showcase, we have the Walking Dead final season. Got a trailer. They closed the show with this. Greg Miller has had a history with Telltale and The Walking Dead specifically. So they grabbed that trailer. Skybound obviously sort of scooped up a handful of Telltale employees that got screwed over.
Yeah, to say the least.
Earlier this year.
Yeah, for sure, to say the least. Yeah.
So it felt weird that, to me at least, that it was kind of like, I think they said there were 40 members of the team back, right?
Yeah. And I caught that as well while I was watching. Like, they like phrased it really weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they had like a weird way of like wording it. And I don't know if maybe it's like they don't even know the future of like how they're going to move forward with this, what they're doing and stuff like that. Or maybe they just couldn't straight up say what was actually going on, or was what those employees actually mean in terms of season 4, Walking Dead.
It's 4, I think.
The final season. Yeah, like I'm not sure if they even know like what exactly is about that, I guess.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that too is because of everything that happened with Telltale.
Right.
Just because so many people got fired, and then some found work immediately, some didn't, and now their projects being continued. It's just weird in general.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, it's weird about the future too, because what happens after this game? Like, is Skybound gonna make Telltale style games for their other properties? Like,
it's one, and like that's not obviously, I really doubt either of us here are like saying that like, like shame on Skybound, whatever, stuff like that, because like they are trying to help the situation.
But it's better than it's just the alternative. Just like everybody has no work,
For sure, yeah. It's just like wonky how at least they addressed it during the Kind of Funny Showcase. So he's like, I felt it was kind of weird, but was it? So, I mean, was it at least cool for you, at least, Christian, to see that little trailer and stuff like that? And then like you were caught off guard how they showed what's his name from the first season? Everyone loves him.
They had the voiceover from Lee.
Yeah, Lee. Lee.
I don't know if that was new dialogue or if that was taken from an earlier season, but I only played the first 2 seasons of the Walking Dead game. I love them, but I just fell off because I heard mixed things about 3, and then 4 I watched a couple streams of the first 2 episodes, but that is it.
Right.
So
right? But I mean, really cool to see that there. I didn't expect it honestly, and I really forgot that Skybound even got the last season to work on stuff like that. So it was really cool to get that update there. And plus, obviously, it ties into Greg and what he said and been very vocal, about all of it. So really cool to see that there as well.
Yeah, and I think they say episode 3 is coming in January. Is that when?
January, yeah, early 2019, yeah.
So the other big sort of announcement that the Kind of Funny showcase had was from Sega and the Yakuza team.
Indeed.
Yakuza is probably my favorite franchise that I've barely played.
Yeah.
It's the one that I love, but I just haven't had the chance to put so much time into it yet, but I'm about to over Christmas break. I'm so excited.
Right.
Earlier this year, the Yakuza team revealed a new game that is already out in Japan. It was called Project Judge. That was the working title. I think the official title in Japan was Judge Eyes. And basically, it's similar. I think it takes place in the same world as Yakuza, like same city, Kamurocho,
right,
or same district. And you're sort of a shunned lawyer who's now a private detective, and you just have to solve some case, I guess.
Yeah.
But it is the first, I think, fully new IP from the Yakuza team since they started Yakuza. I know they've worked on other games, like this year they had that Fist of the North Star game, which was an adaptation of that show. But so now Judgment is the U.S. title. It's coming in 2019.
Right.
Also, this kind of caught me off guard too. I think, I know, this is the first game from the Yakuza team since Yakuza 1 on the PS2. I'm pretty sure, that all of their games since then.
Right.
This is the first one since the first Yakuza game to have English VO.
Interesting. Okay.
So every other Yakuza game since 1, even the remake of 1, has just been subtitles with Japanese voices.
Gotcha. Right. Okay. Oh so man, does that kind of not necessarily scare you, but are you worried that it might not kind of have that same, where's your main holdup? I guess I'd say
it's not as much of a holdup, just a curiosity if they want to push this, because Yakuza with Yakuza 0 found a pretty big new audience. That was sort of a second coming for Yakuza.
Right.
Remember, last year, 2017, Yakuza 0 was in Game of the Year talk, and that came out in January.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm curious because of how well Yakuza did since Yakuza 0, and since then we've had 0, Kiwami, which is the remake, Yakuza 6, and now Kiwami 2, which was the remake of 2. We've had a lot of Yakuza games.
Right.
And this is the first one that team is giving English VO to. I'm curious, since it is a starting point, if they want to try and get a wider audience or something, but regardless, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and then I guess one question I have for you, I guess, is so over in the east, my bad. Over in the east, it was called Judge Eyes. Is that
that's the rough translation. That's what they refer to it as.
Right. So do you know how it was received there? And so do you know? I mean, how it was, I guess, received overall, and do you feel it will kind of have that same effect here? It kind of have the same effect, you think, or was it received poorly over there and stuff like that? I'm just curious, if you know anything about how it was perceived, over.
Yeah, I'm not
released,
sure about the reception that it had, but I do know the lead character. He's some well-known actor in Japan,
right?
And I don't know who would be a good comparison, but he's a notable TV actor in Japan.
Okay.
So getting him in that game, I guess, was a big draw for the Japanese audience. And obviously, our version won't have his voice unless you play with the Japanese voices.
Yeah.
But it's still his face reference. But
right.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how well it did over there. I know Yakuza usually does fine there.
Yeah.
Than it traditionally does in the West over here. So yeah, I'm just really curious to see how it goes. I'm excited for it.
Right. And this is summer 2019. As far as summer 2019. So do you think maybe it'll be like an E3, maybe something like they'll drop an E3 day or something like that, or maybe will it be like a July release?
The past 2 years, I think, well, this past year and the year before, both Kiwamis came out in August. So I feel like August would work.
Gotcha. Okay, I see. Deal. And you know, just going back to the indie stuff as well, one that I wanted to point out personally was Ape Out.
Ape Out looks good.
Ape Out looks really, really cool. It's like a top down, and like it looks almost like it's drawn, like this like drawn type of aesthetic and graphics and stuff like that. I just think it looked super fast and frantic. In a similar vein, if you ever played Hotline Miami, it's very similar in terms of gameplay, at least how it looks, where it's going to be that top down and like, you know, it's just super quick paced, brutal combat and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be really cool. And plus you're a giant ape. So that's a plus.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
I know. One of my friends actually got to play at PAX.
Oh, no way.
Years back.
No.
Yeah, so it's cool because the music too, since it's jazz and the way jazz just works,
right,
it's super dynamic. So the better you do, the better the music gets. Like the higher your score gets, and the more frantic it gets, the more enemies that come at you, the more the music adapts to it. So that's pretty cool.
Right.
Ape Out looks like visually very nice.
Yeah, I dig it. So. Yeah. And then we also had, I think, one more big announcement that we wanted to lay out here.
Yeah, so the indie that caught my eye the most was Long Gone Days.
Long Gone Days.
So I forget some of the specifics, but the gist of it is you are a character. It's sort of like the art style is really unique. It's pixel art, but it's like it's more defined than most pixel art, you know, like it's more detailed than most pixel art. And a lot of the game looks like you're similar to what I love about Persona. It's a lot about the cast. So it's a lot about your relationships with your party, your how you get along with your crew members, and other games explore that. But this is, I think in their pitch, they said this is a game about snipers and sniping.
Yeah. I think that is what they said. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But I know you were kind of like, I remember when we were watching it, you were like, oh man, like I hope like there's no sniping in this, you know. And then they clearly showed gameplay that
like 2 seconds later, it's like, oh, here's the sniping.
Like, oh look, guys, gameplay. Here's the sniping game.
Yeah, but I think just having an insight, because it seems like it's about like younger people, like maybe like early mid-20s, in just some scenario where they have to fight. Right. So having like a toned down version of that, because I know something like Valkyria Chronicles goes into that sort of thing, but that's like super over the top, and I can enjoy that. But just the art style of this, the chill-ish vibe I was getting from it looked super appealing to me, and definitely gonna check that out when I get a chance to. It
looks good. Yeah, it looks cool. I dig it.
So yeah, overall, big shout out to the Kind of Funny Showcase.
Shout out to Kind of Funny Showcase. Honestly,
it's cool they did it. I hope.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, shout out to Tim, Greg, all the guys over there, and gals as well, You know what I'm saying, all the great.
So, moving on to the Game Awards.
Indeed,
I want to make a game out of this.
Let's a drinking game or like
no, like so I have 10 announcements pulled, 10 of the biggest announcements, I would say. This isn't like updates to things we've seen. These are like pretty much all brand new things.
Right.
So we're gonna run through these. I want you to have one that is like, I'm trying to think of a nice way to put it. Let's just say pre-order or pass.
Okay? Pre-order or pass. Okay.
So there's one of these things that is like you're super hyped about it, pre-ordering hyped, because like nobody pre-orders games anymore. So like you're hyped enough where you want to pre-order this.
That's true. Okay. I like this. Okay.
And the pass is just like, like I could care less.
Can I like
care less? Sorry.
Acknowledge that like it's cool, but like I'm a pass.
Yeah, it's just one like it's cool, but like not my thing.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm with it. All right.
And we're just gonna go through these, talk about them at different lengths. It just depends on how much we have to say about it.
Let's do it.
But this isn't in any particular order. But first thing, let's talk Mortal Kombat 11.
Mortal Kombat 11 is a pre-order for me personally.
That's your pre-order.
It is a wait. Do I only have one?
You get one.
Oh wait, I get one.
You get one.
Oh, I thought we just. Oh wait, hold on.
No. You get one pre-order. You get one pass. Everything else we can just talk about.
I thought we were doing for everyone. Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, gotcha.
You get one.
Okay.
I was gonna say, dang.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry, I'm a reel. Okay, reel that back in.
Mortal Kombat would have been close for me.
Yeah,
that was like
no.
Let's talk about that reveal for a second.
Oh my gosh, dude! Shout out!
What a troll!
So hype! I'm with it. It was super good. I loved it.
So if you missed the announcement, Ed Boon walks out on stage, and there's been rumblings, like people were being like, "Oh, it feels like it's time for new Mortal Kombat." So Ed Boon walks out, and he's like, "Thanks for having me. We're gonna talk. I'm here to present the awards for best sports or racing game." Hilarious that they picked that category to do this.
For real. And honestly, that was really funny.
Because it's just like Forza. Like Forza, that's the category Forza wins every year, you know? It's like notice in FIFA. You know? Indeed. And like people work hard on those games. I know people who have worked on Madden, but like Forza is like above and beyond all those other things. Regardless. The graphic for best sports and racing pops up, and you just see the
Scorpion
Scorpion's thing. I forget what his thing's called. The ninja stabbing rope thing.
What do we call that?
Break through the
what do we call that? Yeah, like hidden blade on a chain. Like I don't know that.
I know there's a word for it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Get over here.
Breaks through the screen, and then you just see a dope trailer of Raiden fighting Scorpion with 21 Savage music playing.
Can I say that? Shot 21 Savage. Can I say that?
Great trailer. Great editing.
Great.
Hype announcement.
Great.
So
good stuff. Yeah, no, I was extremely impressed. My history with Mortal Kombat, I don't know how deep yours is. Mine, I played 10 religiously on the Vita and the PS3. Mainly on the Vita, more so on the Vita. So like that was like a lot of where I grew as a fan of Mortal Kombat, and like to call me like a fan is like kind of, but like I loved Mortal Kombat 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they're great games.
Yeah, they are. No, they are super fun games. Yeah, so I cannot wait. And like even in terms of like just fighting in general, oh my god, DC Universe versus what was that?
DC Mortal Kombat. That was
yes, DC Mortal Kombat. Yeah. That I played that a ton. But yeah, so like I'm not like the biggest in fighting games, but I am gonna get Mortal Kombat 11 for sure. I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat is the most fun traditional fighting game that I've played. Like not counting a brawler like Smash. Like
right.
As far as like panel person versus person, I like it more than Street Fighter, than Tekken, any of that stuff.
Yeah, so I played Tekken back in the day. I didn't like love Tekken. I definitely like MK a lot more than Tekken. Yeah, so I think I'm with you on that. Yeah, so Mortal Kombat, great.
I started on the reboot to Mortal Kombat 9.
Ooh, okay.
That was the one that was just called Mortal Kombat.
Right.
I only played 10 a little bit, but yeah, 11 I'm hyped for. I can't wait for that. Soon too. It's April.
Yeah, that was probably the best part about it too. Yeah, like it's real soon. It's not like it's gonna be, a fall release. Like it's really soon. It won't. Yeah, so I definitely like that a lot. How it's coming up pretty quick. Yeah, so that's gonna be nice to have next year for sure. For sure.
So moving on, next thing I want to bring up is probably the biggest surprise. Actually, no, this wasn't the biggest surprise.
Yeah,
it's like tied kind of. So Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
That one was a bit, okay, because we all know like what was the big surprise of the show, but like this one was like the first half of the big surprise.
It's weird because Ultimate Alliance 2 was like over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So like coming back and calling it Ultimate Alliance 3 and not just Ultimate Alliance.
Right.
Also, the fact that it's a Switch exclusive, like that's kind of
dude. There's so many things about this. I'm like, bro. So I forgot if they showed the Marvel logo first.
It was great. So what happened was,
what
happened was, it was the Switch thing, the Switch click logo.
Okay, yeah.
And then they held on the red. like the Switch thing faded away and they held on the red, and then the Marvel logo popped up.
Bro, I was just like, yo, I was like, let's get it. I was so hyped. Yeah, no. It was a really, really cool reveal. It looks interesting. So like me, like I don't know a lot about Ultimate Alliance, so like I don't know if you want to like give like a nice like quick TLDR like pitch of like what concept
essentially
is, but...
Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 are pretty much Diablo with a Marvel skin over it.
Okay.
So top down, you're going through dungeons, but like they're Marvel environments.
Right.
You're getting a squad together, so kind of less like Diablo, but like you're building up a team. You have a huge cast of characters you can pick from. It's usually a squad of 4.
Gotcha.
So like I could be rolling up with Doctor Strange, Captain America, Ghost Rider, and Thor. You know?
Right.
And then it's my team. You can do co-op, get upgrades for your different team members. Sorry about that. There's a car. I live on a street side.
That's all good.
So yeah, Ultimate Alliance is cool. Ultimate Alliance actually was one of my first gateway drugs to Marvel.
Interesting.
Like the reason I knew who Doctor Strange was before the movie was because of Ultimate Alliance. From like when I was like 6. Because I played that game and he was in it.
Right. Okay.
So Ultimate Alliance is really cool.
Gotcha.
So different team. Team Ninja is doing it. They are the Muso. They worked on like Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors.
It's that group. Okay, it's that dev team. Okay, yeah. So. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, and and also probably like thing to also note here is that it is a Switch exclusive. I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think it said like time exclusive or like
Nope. I 100% think this is like full time.
Yeah. Which that is a big get. I think that is a big like grab for Nintendo.
It's like pretty huge. If you consider the fact that not only is it coming out the same year as Avengers 4, it's also the follow-up Marvel game to Spider-Man.
Yep.
Like this is the second new wave of Marvel game studio or Marvel games.
Wait, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, snap. Yeah. That's a big deal. Good. It's a big deal.
And like as awesome, as hyped as I am for this announcement, I screamed when I like realized what it was before they showed Ultimate Alliance, and I screamed again when I saw Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh man.
But
no, that was a fun.
It does look early. Like they just in 2019. I think like visually it looks early. I need to see some gameplay for it, because it was a lot of quick cuts. Like it looked like there might have been some framey stuff that they just cut around, but like,
do we just have a 2019 date?
Yeah.
Or does it say early 2019 or just 2019?
I think it just is 2019
Okay.
So
shout
out Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah, that one not my official pre-order, but it is something that I will be getting on Switch for sure.
Yeah, that is very hyped. That is very cool.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. What's our next one we got here? What we got next?
Next up, we have a hashtag.
A hashtag. Okay.
Well, like we have context because the fans of this series blew up about it, but this was the second time that BioWare logo got flashed up on the screen. Because earlier in the night we got a new trailer for Anthem, story trailer, which gave us nothing to go on.
Christian's game of the year. Don't be fooled, guys. Don't be fooled. He's just putting up a front. Christian is actually super hyped for Anthem. He cannot wait. It's true.
Yeah, it's my pre-order if it would be on this list.
It is indeed. It would be his pre-order if we put it on here.
So earlier in the night, Keely was kind of ribbing Casey Hudson and being like, is there anything else you can tell us about anything? Is it just Anthem tonight? And he's like, we're working on other stuff always, but like Anthem tonight. And then half an hour later, BioWare logo flashes on the screen. Get some voiceover, get a CG trailer, just showing off some art, like a sculpture of dead people and some dragons screaming on some guy. Fades out, fade in. Hashtag the Dreadwolf rises. I think that was the hashtag.
Yes. Dreadwolf.
So this is presumably Dragon Age 3.
Gotcha. So this is all off of presumption. But like, does I guess my main question was.
Let me preface this.
Go ahead.
I've never played a Dragon Age game.
Same. Okay, so you have no idea. Okay.
I love Mass Effect. I never played Dragon Age.
Gotcha. Okay, because like I'm thinking like, okay, does Dreadwolf have anything to do with Dragon Age lore? Like,
It
is that
does.
why people are pointing? So it does.
From what I know of it, it does. Like, this is absolutely a Dragon Age game.
Okay.
It's
Gotcha.
just more. I'm not sure where it falls in, like, because there's a bunch of Dragon Age games. The last numbered one I think was Dragon Age 2.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, I think they did Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Inquisition, which was the most recent one that came out this gen.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know where this falls, if this is Dragon Age 3, if it's a follow-up to Inquisition, or...
I mean, I guess my biggest question is, like, with this Dragon Age, do we think this is... Did we just have, like, a Watch Dogs moment with this game where, like, this is going to be for next gen? Like, do you think that's, like, a potentiality? Like, perhaps?
I think this is more like...
Oh, do you think this is on PS4?
Bethesda showing Starfield.
So you think it's like what? Yeah,
CG trailer. It's coming soon. It's the next thing we're putting out.
And that's it. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, I see.
So like by 2020, I bet we have it, but like,
right?
Maybe 2021.
Yeah. Because my roommate loves Dragon Age, but I have no clue at all. I think we got it for free on PS Plus one month, so I think I have it.
I don't know,
but I had
Inquisition, the game of the year of Inquisition was like a huge game of the year thing. I've heard since then that may have been because there wasn't much competition. But it's cheap a lot all the time. Never played a Dragon Age game before. I love Mass Effect, so kind of want to check it out.
Is it like a similar vein as in what I'm trying to say? Like what type of game is Dragon Age? Like is it like a third
it's a third person RPG.
Okay, gotcha.
Similar to Mass Effect, like you have a party that like you grow to care for. You have your stats and everything like that.
Right. Okay.
More like a Mass Effect, Witcher, Odyssey style thing than something like a Skyrim.
Okay.
So,
I see. Just, I mean, shout out to Dragon Age. It looks cool. Probably a pass, unless I somehow become like a massive Dragon Age fan between now.
Oh, that's your pass then?
No, I forgot. There's only one. I'm gonna save it.
I'm saving mine too.
I'm saving it.
So moving on. What to do next? All right, let's do this next. This is a fun one.
Oh snap!
This one kind of it didn't leak, but it was telegraphed widely like a couple days before. We're getting Crash Team Racing again in 2019.
Indeed, we are. Are you hyped for this? Do you have any like Crash Team Racing? You know, back in the day, like, do you have any?
So I loved Crash Nitro Kart and Tag Team Racing on the PS2. Nitro Kart more because it was just pure racing. It wasn't like a weird. Like honestly, now thinking of it, Tag Team was probably bad. Like Tag Team is probably really bad.
Okay,
but Nitro Kart I liked a lot.
Right.
Crash Team Racing on the PS1 I didn't really go into until I had a PSP. But having played super after the fact both of these games, Crash Team Racing and Mario Kart 64, Crash Team Racing is way better.
Okay, so because like I have heard that sentiment a lot. I have no idea which one's better. I have no clue.
Have you played Crash Team Racing?
No.
It's fun. It's fun. It's really fun.
We can't confirm it is fun. Okay.
That's gonna be a stream when that game comes out.
Interesting.
Tournaments.
I mean, because like in terms of kart racing, like I like kart racers. You know what I'm saying? But like if everyone's talking, you know, this like big game about CTR, like I'm down. You know, I'll definitely play it. You know, so
like I doubt it will be as good as Mario Kart 8.
Because Mario Kart 8 is a banger. I can't confirm. It is.
Crash Team Racing is like I would say before Mario Kart on the GameCube, Crash Team Racing was king.
Okay.
For all kart racers everywhere.
Interesting.
And even now, I think Crash Team Racing still holds up well above some others. Yeah.
And then CTR Nitro Fueled, the remake, if you will, for CTR. Got PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch released it for June 21st, 2019. Cool. So it's not like summer like as an actual date. I think it's a good time as well in the summer. I think so I think it'll go well for that game. Yeah, for sure.
Because the Crash Collection came out around then anyway, right? It was like June 30th.
I think so. Yeah, it did.
Something like that.
Yeah. So them having that slot. Yeah, I dig it. It's cool.
Next up, this one's really interesting to me. We have the reveal of a Hello Games short.
This one.
That's what they're calling it. That's what they're calling it.
When I saw that Hello, yeah, which even in itself is a whole nother conversation. But like when I saw that Hello Games logo, I was legit like, oh, what? What? Like, are you serious? Like, are you serious?
It's called The Last Campfire. It looks super up my alley.
Looks good.
I love the vibes. I loved everything about this trailer. It's such a good trailer. Mm-hmm. Just tonally setting up like what the feeling is for this game. Like it feels like it's about discovery, but it's also about loneliness. And it seems like they have a specific story they want to tell with it, which I'm super down to see. Yeah. And I think it's just fascinating seeing them similar to what I think Kojima's doing, going from like this huge ordeal that was Metal Gear Solid 5 to Death Stranding, which is I feel like is going to be super like he has a focus there.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Right.
No Man's Sky, craziest, like probably one of the biggest news stories of this decade for gaming.
100%. No, like yeah, 100%. Like this is, I think No Man's Sky has already solidified like its historical, tidbit as like something that everyone from this generation will remember what happened with No Man's Sky. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's gonna know Hello Games and like what that whole thing was. Whether you were on the side of like you were defending it, like I think you were more defending it, and like I was.
I had fun with it. Yeah.
And then I was initially on that side. Then like I fell out for reasons that I totally saw from the other side. So totally get like both sides there, but I just thought it was super bold for them to come out with this here.
Yeah.
And
is there a date on it? Is it just 2019 or?
There is no date as far as I'm aware. Like on IGN right now, it just says this is the thing. Yeah, and also calling it a Hello Games short.
Yeah, I honestly, even if this is just like 45 minutes, hour and a half, if it's just like a really unique, cool setting, cool story they want to tell, down. Because I think they're a super hardworking team. Everything they've done to No Man's Sky since the launch, I think has to be brought up because they've made that game completely different than what it was the first week I played it.
Right.
And that is worth commending because it's genuinely a very good space exploration game now.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like, I feel like we see that feedback, that like good feedback in terms of the No Man's Sky updates from them being nominated for like, I think they got nominated for like ongoing game, I believe, or like best.
Yes, they got nominated for ongoing game.
Yeah, that. So like even like with that nomination there, and I feel like without that like subtle like low key reboot of the game that we got over the summer, what was it update called? I forgot what next. You think? Yeah. So like, if we didn't have that, I could not see a future where like they come out with Last Campfire and like show this and it not get hate. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like it could have. It just would have been way harder and it would have been swept under the rug.
Yeah. I guess like the main point is that like that I'm getting at is that like I think the reason why like we're not seeing like Twitter on fire over Hello Games announcing another game in like a bad sense, and like them like getting praised for this Last Campfire game is because of the goodness that like and the care that they've shown towards No Man's Sky.
I think that's part of it for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so I think and like I just thought it was a bold. I thought it was a bold move. I thought it was a super bold move, and in my head like I was blown away, but like in hindsight I'm like like I mean it makes sense. Like do your thing. So. I'm gonna definitely play this and support that just off that goodwill, So, 100%.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Next up, similar to Crash, we got word of something a little bit before the Game Awards announcement officially made it real. Far Cry New Dawn.
So weird.
This is my pass.
I think this is your pass, yo.
Yeah.
I think you linked it to
This is a hard pass.
I'm trying to remember. I think you linked this to me the day of Video Game Awards. I think. I think you did. And I thought it was fake. I'm like, nah, like there's no way. No, it was when you were telling me that, hey, like there's like rumors and leaks of like a new Far Cry game. And I'm like, dude, like, no, like, no way. Like, what are you talking about? And then you link me and I'm reading it. I'm like, oh my God, this is real. Like, huh. So it seems to be wait, so, okay, so just a preface, like you did not play Far Cry 5, right?
No, I did.
Oh wait, you beat it and you played it?
Yeah.
Have we? Wow. Okay, I forgot you did. Okay, so never mind. So,
what ended up happening was I liked it a lot. I put probably like 25-ish hours into it, maybe 30. Really was having a great time exploring that world. Did some co-op in there, and by the time I got to the last sibling. Like the girl, Faith. I did her last.
Faith. Oh, really? Faith last? Huh.
I was so checked out. I was like, I cannot do this again. So I ended up just trading it in for God of War. And then I just looked up the ending and I was like, okay, that's how it ends. All right, that makes...
For me, just to surely talk about that experience, like it was the last one. I did the bottom left. I forgot names except Faith. You know, bottom left, Faith, and then the last dude that was like the super like military guy. Him, I was like, dude, I was so bored with that one. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna just play it just because I want to see the end. But it looks like go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say like Far Cry 5 was fun. It's like a 7 out of 10 for me.
Oh yeah. No,
I just got
super solid. Yeah,
tired of it.
Yeah. No, like I'm not gonna put it up amongst God of War, like Red Dead, whatever. But like it was a fun game for what it was. I enjoyed myself. It was fun.
Me too.
Yeah.
New Dawn. Please explain to everybody what New Dawn is.
So it looks like New Dawn is taking place right after Far Cry 5. And well, not right after, but like a few years after, like the effects of Far Cry 5, the nuclear fallout of the end of the game. Spoiler alert! If you haven't played Far Cry 5, I should have said that first. But
I mean, it's the marketing for this, so like
true. Yeah, true. So it looks like you're picking up right where not right where I keep saying that, but you're playing through the events of after Far Cry 5 and stuff like that. And I don't know if I'm sold. I just like and
so can you clarify something for me? Because I was even checked out when they were showing that trailer.
Right.
On the box art, the two girls, are they the protagonists?
They're the antagonists. As far as I'm aware, according to the trailer, I believe they're the antagonists.
I mean, that makes sense if like the past 5 or 4 Far Cry games have had the antagonists on the cover, but like I thought they were interesting. Like I was like, oh, cool. Like
yeah, that's what I thought too. Like,
okay, sisters like, surviving in this apocalypse. They look badass, but no.
I'm pretty sure they're antagonists because, like, at the end of the trailer, like, I'm pretty sure they're antagonists. I'm pretty sure. I'm like scrubbing through the trailer because, like, they seemed like super brutal and stuff like that, and like they had some telling words. So I'm assuming they were the antagonists, but honestly, could be wrong. But my bet is that they're the antagonists of this game. But I was gonna say, we also see John at the end of the trailer.
Joseph.
No. Not John. Joseph.
Seed.
Yeah. Seed. Yeah. Which is.
Dude, I thought he died.
I mean, in my ending, he lived with me.
Okay.
It was just me and him in that ending. So I don't know what ending you saw or like what different ending there was, but at least in my ending, he did survive throughout.
Okay, so that must be the true ending then.
Yeah.
So
I suppose, yeah. But
so the reason I think I'm checked out is just because like I feel like I've seen this game a million times, I
mean,
like Rage looks exactly like this.
There are so many like side by side.
If Borderlands wasn't cel shaded, it would look just like this.
Well, I mean, Rage 2 to me
has the same attitude too. Like it's like, oh, super wacky apocalypse, we're all crazy.
Yeah.
Like those 3 games in my head are just like standing next to each other. Like, post apocalypse and there's like colors everywhere, but
we all know the better one though. Don't be mistaken.
I mean, I would be more likely to play Borderlands 3 over this.
Attaboy. And like, okay, so I think the reason why I'm like kind of on New Dawn right now, I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna get it, is that like the fact that this is only a year removed from Far Cry 5, right? And like it seems like already like even with like the narrative that it's building off of Far Cry 5, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that like I feel like it's going to be a lot like Far Cry 5. And like the way it's like being named and stuff like that, it seems like it's just like gonna be like an offshoot of that game, you know?
So do we know if this is a full 60 or if it's like a discounted release? Is it $40? I think it's 40.
That's a good question.
I could be wrong, but I thought it was $40.
Let me look at that real quick. And yeah, I'm looking. Oh yes, it will retail for $40.
Okay,
so it is.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. So it's not that. Yeah. So like it is sounding like it'll be kind of a side offshoot, you know. But like,
I bet it's like a 10-hour campaign.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I mean, in terms of Far Cry offshoots, I really want Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon was sick. That was fire. That was yeah. But beyond that point, New Dawn is an for me. Maybe if it's short enough, why not? But we'll see. See.
Because like Far Cry 5 was fun. It was just too long.
100%. Yeah, 100%. It like drags for sure.
So, but yeah, that is 100% my super duper pass.
Super duper pass.
So it's interesting that you haven't used your pass yet because we have 4 things left on this list that I think are all 10s.
Oh shit!
Or like they're not all 10s, but like there's some good ones.
I mean, my thought was to go back and then nominate my pass and my.
Okay, yeah, you can do that too.
After all said and done. Yeah.
Next up, not super tied to PlayStation, but sort of tied to PlayStation because it's a PlayStation exclusive as it stands. Persona 5, one of my favorite games of all time. It is in my top 5 all time. So at the Game Awards, Keighley was being like, okay, we're going to transition into this next thing next. Then lights went out. Screen did like a twitchy thing, like how it did with Cyberpunk at E3. Fades of Red, E10 in the corner, which I didn't really like process because Persona's M. And then the Phantom Thieves logo came out. I screamed. And I was like, wait, no, it's like Q2, because that Q is the Persona Q is a series on the DS.
Okay.
That is usually like a mashup of 2 of the Persona game casts together, doing like a dungeon crawler sort of thing. It's like it's just gonna be Persona Q2, that's why it's at E10. It's just Q2. And then like the normal version of those characters pop up. And there's new dialogue of them recording like, oh, you're at the Game Awards? And I was like, what is this? I was like freaking out.
I wish you were in the chat with me, man. Like, no, like you were in the chat. Like, I wish you were streaming with me because, like, I wanted to see your reaction so bad. But no, go ahead.
I was like a perfect mix of like confusion and excitement because I was like, if it's E10, this isn't like I didn't think about the E10 thing until after the fact to make myself sound like I'm super observant. I wasn't.
Right.
Because like in my head, I was like, is it gonna be like an expansion, or is it like Persona Crimson? Is that getting an announcement, or is it like the dancing game, or what? But like again in my head, I was like, this feels too big for just an announcement like that. Like if it's interrupting the show, and you get that dialogue, you get the talking about the Phantom Thieves, talking about Seal and Treasure, and something about an invitation. That should have set it off in my head of what this is. Considering the next day Smash Bros came out.
Yeah.
Not even like an hour later, Smash Bros came out.
An hour, yeah, like an hour.
Grabs the calling card from Persona 5 that we all know and love. Flips it over, sealed with Smash logo.
Dude, I've seen so many reaction videos on YouTube and people just flipped out. On Twitter. That feed was insane.
Yeah. That really blew my mind. I was like, are you serious?
I mean,
like,
here's what I want to ask, right? So like, I'm not a Persona fan at all.
Right.
I've just never played them, right?
And you had a Vita. You played the one game. You didn't play the one game that was worth having a Vita for.
I even bought it. Like, I have it. I still just have not played it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But okay.
So,
that's the point. So
ask a question and then I will add to that.
I just want to ask, like, out of all the realms of possibilities of characters that could be in Smash, right? Did you ever see this coming? Like ever?
No,
like
I did never consider. I
no
never
one
considered
ever,
it.
because like that to me is like so crazy. Like, dang.
Like, you know, sometimes when people are like, "Oh, nobody even considered this," but like, I was like, I mean, I thought that could have happened.
Right,
You know,
right,
like
yeah,
sometimes
right.
you can be smug about that. Of like, you're
Yeah.
listening to a podcast and like, "Oh, nobody ever saw this coming." It's like, I kind of did. This
It's
never in a
actually
million years.
actually like
Never.
no one. Damn.
It's
That's
funny.
cool.
It's funny too because there's a song where the hook of it is "You'll never see it coming." I didn't, but
Interesting.
the like more interesting, I think, and the reason I wanted to bring it up as an announcement because of its history with PlayStation is traditionally numbered Persona games have only come out on PlayStation systems. When you consider that previously with the last Smash Bros, they added Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, who again was never on a Nintendo system.
Right.
Recently, they announced Final Fantasy VII, the original version, is coming to Switch in 2019.
Right.
Persona 5.
Do you think
coming to Switch?
How do I phrase this? How
I think
likely,
it's very likely.
Yeah. Like how likely do you think it would actually happen?
I think in general, a second release of Persona 5 is almost a given because ever since Persona 3, and again, Persona 5 was my first Persona game, but ever since Persona 3, there has been a re-release, expansion, new scenario, new character, maybe new like significant thing to replay the game. Persona 3 Portable was for Persona 3, which was a PS2 game. Persona 4 Golden, which is the Vita version of Persona 4, which was just a PS2 game. Now Persona 5 is on PS3 and PS4. The speculated thing is Persona 5 Crimson. There's no Sony handheld they could port it to. I'm sure they could probably make it run on the Vita if Catherine runs on the Vita. So Switch, I mean, like the fact that these characters have a presence on Nintendo now between Smash and Persona Q, which is a spinoff, just makes me think that the re-release of Persona 5 will be on Switch, which is amazing because I put 125 hours in Persona 5.
Holy dude.
What? I wanted 125 more, and countless times playing that game, I was like, I wish I could just be playing this on a Vita or a handheld or a Switch or something, and probably will be able to now.
Okay, so real talk right now. I have Persona 4 Golden. Pull up right now. It's $20. I'm down. Do I do it?
Wait, like you don't? I thought you said you owned it.
I thought I did, but
okay.
No. Yeah, I thought I did. I thought I bought it, but I didn't.
So here's the thing. I will send you after we're done recording. I will send you a detailed explanation on what to expect, and then you can judge it. That's because these games are not for everybody.
Yeah, but it seems like a lot of people like it. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't know if I'm a lot of people.
But like, okay, first question off the bat: do you like turn-based combat?
No. Oh shit. There we go. Yeah. Like you already know I don't like that. Like you already know.
I think even if you don't like it, there are a lot of reasons to still play it.
Okay.
But that is worth bringing up.
That's a big one. Yeah.
So
sad the point.
And as excited as I am for this, he's going to be on main in Smash when he comes out. This is not my pre-order. Because I have the chance. I have the chance to pre-order him right now. I could buy the Smash Fighter Pass, and I haven't.
What is your pre-order then? Wait, I'm missing something. Hold on,
All right.
I'm missing.
Do you have anything else to say on Joker and Smash?
I mean, congratulations to all the Persona fans because like I love those like moments of like hype and like complete insanity, and like I think my last maybe like complete insanity hype moment was like. Like when they showed like Uncharted 4 for the first time, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? But it's just cool to see that, you know, in like any sort of facet. So yeah. But shout out to Joker.
Last thing to mention, this opens the door wide open, almost makes it an expectation now. Sora from Kingdom Hearts in Smash. Moving on. This is one that I know you were excited for. Like very excited for. Stranger Things 3 is going to be a tie-in video game.
True. I was with
Looks
it.
really cool.
Yeah, no, I'm totally, and like I'm so glad it's like 16-bit or 8-bit, wherever the bit it is.
I think it's 16.
I think it's 16. Yeah, I'm so glad it's like that. I'm so glad because like and when they were first showing it, I was thinking like, oh snap, like is this
the Telltale game?
Yeah, the remnants of that Telltale game, and like I think at this point it's safe to say that could possibly be just dead. It's never gonna happen, which is
I bet it just got pushed back.
Really?
Yeah, because I think the way that I was like, what I read about it was like Netflix is trying to experiment with having games on Netflix.
Oh wait, yeah,
it's just like decision making, So I think they're still probably gonna work on that, but like this seems like you want a Stranger Things game, here's the one we're gonna give you.
Holy crap! I totally didn't even consider Netflix having like an episode. Because
all you need is for Telltale games. Really, all you need is a remote.
Yeah, you could do it any remote. That's dang. But okay, it's not the point. That's a whole different thing. Yeah. But like this game looks sick, and like from what they were saying, like it's you're playing through the events of season 3 straight up. So not sure when this is dropping. Because as far as I'm aware, I think season 3 for certain things usually drops in October. So
next year it is for season 3. It's summer 2019.
Oh, it's summer instead. Okay. Huh. So
they've hopped around a little bit with the releases.
Oh, really? Oh.
I think the first season was like August.
I thought it was always October. My bad. Yeah. But yeah. So I am interested to see like when this actually drops. Like if it's gonna be the same time as season 3, or maybe a little bit after or something like that. But I will play this 100%.
Yeah, definitely. I love Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like junk food for your eyes. I love it.
I love it.
It's just like it's just so cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a fun game. I think it's like you're playing as Joyce and Hopper is what it looks like. From the trailer, at least.
Wasn't it all different characters that you're playing as too? Like
I thought it was just Joyce and Hopper, but I know Lucas was in there. I saw Lucas.
Yeah.
But definitely Joyce and Hopper. It looked like the two.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, but really, really cool announcement. Loved seeing that on there. Yeah, that was really, really cool. And something that like I didn't even think we'd see. Something that was like totally just like off guard. So did it leak surprisingly? As far as I'm aware, did it leak anywhere?
No, that was a surprise. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Next up, second to last announcement.
This is number 9. Okay, number 9.
Yes, Hades.
A
brand new game from Supergiant Games, notable for Bastion, which was a huge game a few years back, and Transistor, correct? They did Transistor?
Transistor and Bastion, yes.
So, love the art style. Love the attitude. Very, like, Hot Topic DMC, but, like, they know that's what it is.
Yeah.
Which I'm super into.
Yeah.
Love the art style, love the concept that you're like, Hades is your dad, I think.
I believe
it is.
Yeah. I think Hades is your dad. Yeah. I'm pretty. Yeah, it's kind of wonky, but like, I know it's a lot obviously with Greek mythology.
Yeah, because you see Zeus in that trailer. You see Zeus.
Yeah.
Love the character designs for everybody.
It looks clean. It's looking.
The art looks fantastic. Available now.
The
Epic Game Store.
Epic Game Store, Matt. Not
it's $20.
Yeah, Epic Game Store, $20. I would like to see this. Obviously, make it to like Switch.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to have this on Switch because, like, I know we've talked about this. We've talked about this a lot, but like, in me, if it's like anything that's side scrolling, or like 3D, kind of like this, like one that's here,
top down.
Yeah, top down esque. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's like that, I love playing that on handheld. I love that. So I hope we can play it on Switch. Yeah, at some point. But
yeah, so the best way I think I can describe it, at least conceptually, from what I've been told by my friend who bought in and has checked it out for a bit, and visually, is the trailer comes across as it's sort of being a roguelike, or like Souls-esque, where
because like
die, go back, repeat, die, go back, repeat.
Yeah, because he like made that comment. I was like, oh, like I'm back at the start. Time to die.
Yeah, it was really cool. You came out of like I guess Tartarus, or like it was like what that would be for this world, I guess.
Mhm.
And you just see a bunch of just floating spirits, and then he's like, he sighs, he's like, time to go die again.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't normally like roguelikes, but I love the attitude of this. So
yeah. So definitely, yeah. It seems like it's gonna be. I don't think they said it was confirmed like roguelike, but it seems of that.
That's what I got out of it. My
probably.
friend probably put like an hour and a half in. And he said it was giving him like Diablo vibes. So lots of loot, lots of just that kind of combat. So
okay. I think
seems cool though.
Yeah. No, that was a really good one. Yeah, that was probably one of like the best things that like we saw that was like exclusively 100% like new, like like a new
definitely
world premiere. It was definitely that was up there for sure. Yeah, that was
yeah. I'm probably gonna wait a bit because I don't normally jive with PC games, so like gonna wait a bit, gonna see how it progresses because it is early access.
Yeah,
but I'm super into it. I'm very excited.
To
see where that goes.
100%. What is the last one?
Now, last up is my pre-order.
Oh, this was your pre-order. Okay.
This is a brand new game from Obsidian.
I'm an idiot. Yeah. I knew that. I knew that. Sorry. I'm an idiot. Wow. I knew that. Okay, my bad. Okay. Gotcha.
The Outer Worlds from the original creators. They made sure to point that out from the original creators of Fallout.
They were very straight up. Yeah, like, hey,
and New Vegas.
Yeah, they're like, yo, we're not 76. Like,
yeah. It's like, you know that thing you all love? We created that and we created your favorite version of it. Yeah. So they were very clear about that.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
The Outer Worlds blew me away because I think it's two major things. One, this is coming off the heels of that announcement that Obsidian was just bought by Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a game they are making for 2K.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming to PS4, it's coming to PC, coming to Xbox.
Right.
Presumably, it is the last Obsidian game to come to something that's not Xbox.
Yeah.
Or PC.
At this point, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like,
which is why I guess, like, I know we were talking about it before we started, but I said, like, mainly, like, are you worried that, you're, like, getting this cool-looking game, but the studio just got bought by Xbox? Obviously, it's just buy the Xbox and, like, put it there,
Yeah, I think it's too early for me to be nervous because, like, we don't know how Xbox is going to handle next gen, like, with the talks of them wanting to go more into streaming. And they said the reason they bought Obsidian was so they could fund Obsidian to make more Obsidian-style games. Like, I don't think it's super crazy to have Obsidian make games that they can sell on the PlayStation, because they just, like, that's still more money, and especially if the Outer Worlds as a name blows up. If it carries more weight as like a 50-50 split between Xbox sales and PS4 sales for the game, like they wouldn't just cut their audience in half.
I just don't like.
Maybe it would be like a timed exclusive, like Outer Worlds 2, a year long on this.
I could see potential.
Because the thing is, you have to also consider if 2K is the one publishing, they may own the rights to the Outer Worlds.
That is very true. Yeah.
So if Xbox is like, hey, you guys can keep making these games for 2K, we'll take a cut of it and you can license it and, like, just have it out there. I don't know. It is super early to know, like, how that deal is going to shake down for next gen. But yeah, I'm very excited for the Outer Worlds.
Right.
Coming from someone who admittedly is not a big Fallout fan.
Right. Yeah.
The trailer had a vibe. Remember we were talking about
how, like,
what's it called? New Dawn, Far Cry.
Yes.
I was like, this looks like I've seen this game a million times. I guess the Outer Worlds could fit into that, but, like, I like it.
Here's the thing, it's like that, but, like, I actually enjoy it. Now, to me, it, like, I'm scrubbing through right now. It kind of, like, reminds me a little bit of, like, BioShock Infinite meets, like, more space.
I've heard. So
that's,
it's
like,
actually really great because the day after, Game Informer released 15 minutes of gameplay.
50?
15.
15. Okay.
And it was probably like 2 minutes, like segments just like spliced together.
Right.
For 15 minutes. And looks really good. Looks like a Bethesda style game, but
Is it first
looks
person?
better than every Bethesda game that's released this generation for some reason.
Yikes. Is it first person, third person, like
so all the gameplay was in first person.
Gotcha.
New Vegas you could switch, so I don't know if they would carry that over too.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of the atmosphere, a lot of the writing, vibes, everything reminded me of what I like about Fallout. And I saw lots of comparisons as far as interactions and quests go to stuff like not only New Vegas and Fallout stuff, like I mentioned, but Mass Effect, BioShock. So yes, I'm very excited for this game.
Yeah, no, it looks solid. It looks good. Yeah, and like me, you know me, my very limited Fallout, game time, play time, if you will. But this definitely looks good. I can see why this is your pre-order. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. It's like really good attitude, fun. I laughed like 3 times during that trailer.
Yeah.
Like genuinely laughed, and not many game trailers make me laugh. So laughed a bit. Loved the vibe, loved the atmosphere. Space exploration RPG that looks good. Like, yeah, okay.
I dig it.
I'm in.
I dig it. Now,
so
I would like
you have the list, right?
No.
Because I've been swiping things off.
Oh,
so I'll try to remember.
Don't know. Yeah. Like, so okay. I'm gonna go to honestly. I know we made a joke about it earlier, but I really think my for sure pre-order. It actually, honestly, on principle of having 21 Savage, I really think it might be Mortal Kombat 11.
That was a really good trailer.
Honestly, yeah. No, it was just really because I didn't expect. Obviously I went in, obviously I like Mortal Kombat, even before this trailer, but for it to sell me that hard, obviously the trailer, we haven't seen gameplay, but Mortal Kombat, how it's going to look, you know what I'm saying? And how it's going to play. I don't think it's going to be that much different than any other Mortal Kombat, which is fine. But I think that really might be my pre-order. I think we joked about it in the beginning when we first started, but I really think it actually might be, honestly.
If The Outer Worlds was not shown, I think Mortal Kombat would have also been my pre-order.
Yeah, for sure. And then probably my pass. Let's see my pass. This should be that one. Dragon Age.
But yeah, that's fair. They didn't show anything.
Yeah. I guess Dragon Age would be my pass since I have no foothold in anything Dragon Age at all. And even though I have no foothold in with Persona's Joker,
that's still a super hype announcement.
Yeah, I'm getting in the Smash, so I could see how that could be really cool. Like that Far Cry in itself, but yeah. So I think that's it. That was my pass and pre-order. Indeed.
Yeah. Well,
shout out more.
That wraps up all the crazy big announcements from this past weekend. Like I said, not expecting much more for the rest of this year.
Yeah, I think right now we're done. Yeah, in terms of news or anything. Yeah.
As far as news goes, yeah, probably not going to get much. But yeah, next week we will be going over our top 10 games of the year individually. 10. I think mine are pretty locked in now.
Okay. Especially, I think after tonight,
you'll know.
Past the epilogue,
I still haven't finished the epilogue for Red Dead.
So so this is complete side, not involving game or whatever, just quick, right? So your whole conjecture of Red Dead 2 being your game of the year is comprised of these 6 chapters?
Of these 6 chapters, and seeing what the epilogue is, not completing it. But Red Dead was my game of the year before the epilogue. So.
Okay. I think we're going to have a heated discussion. I don't know. Well, how it's going to go.
As of right now, the idea is we each have 10 games that we're going to go down, and we'll each have a personal game of the year.
Yeah.
But off camera, we're going to be discussing what should be the game of the year consensus for the channel.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. Next week, we will have our probably live show again.
Yes.
Going over our each top 10 individual games. Probably later that week, expect a detailed game of the year announcement trailer for us.
Yes.
Are you doing any streams this week? shows you want to shout out?
See, here's the thing. So I think as of right now, and like this is probably like off podcast talk, whatever. But save slot probably gonna be pushed to next year as of right now, since like the biggest news I think we've already covered, which was the 2 awards shows, and not award show, but like the 2 shows. So I think that's good. I do have a little bit to say about God of War that is not what you think.
All right.
So expect that this week as well. I also have a cool video I'm working on of not ours, mine mainly. Outlandish reactions to Game Award stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's why I wish you recorded your reaction to Persona, because that would have been funny, but beside the point. It's all good. But yeah, so expect last streams, all that good stuff. Maybe check out the new Black Ops 4 DLC pack tomorrow, stuff like that. But definitely keep it locked on the channel for sure. For sure.
So where can the people find you on Twitter?
At the KDS123, you can follow me on there. I tweet about whatever, honestly, whatever you want to know. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, here on the channel as well, PlayStation Source. Make sure to keep it locked here on the channel for all things PlayStation, all that good stuff. Where can the good people find you, Christian? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Chris and Buckley. Yeah, lots of. Actually, like I'm doing lots of college work right now, so this week is kind of dead zone.
I've been done for a week, so I'm out here living my best life.
But Friday night most likely, may be continuing the Pokemon stream over on twitch.tv/joyclicks. I did Smash last Friday because I couldn't stop playing Smash to like play a DS Pokemon game from like 8 years ago. Yeah, I was like, I gotta just keep playing Smash.
Sure. We need to figure out how when they get some Smash in there for sure. Yeah.
Check that out. Probably gonna be streaming something over there on Friday, and look forward to next week, the final content week on PlayStation Source.
Indeed.
For the year. Indeed. Like we've said before, probably going to be some streams over the break. Spider-Man's DLC is coming out at some point, so expect coverage of that whenever that comes out.
Yeah, that will be covered as usual whenever it comes out. Whenever that will be covered. Yeah, but
so
indeed.
But thank you for joining us on this first inaugural, hopefully weekly episode of Cross Circle Live.
Indeed.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, and let us know what you guys think about the format as well. If you're enjoying it, let me know all your thoughts. Let us know all your thoughts in the comments below. But,
let us know how audio sounds. Let us know how video is. If it's you prefer it the other way, this way.
Yep.
Actually, before we close out, do we want to pop open the YouTube chat if you haven't had it open?
I have it. I have it. Just our boy Armand. The usual support from him, all that good stuff. But
shout out
to Armand. Shout out.
All right, well,
that's all.
As always, thank you for watching, and greatness awaits.
Yeah.